Hello everyone, Patrick Nichols, Hot Rod Magazine, and I'm here with a 1970 Chevelle convertible that has recently surfaced here just outside of Newark, New Jersey. This car is all original with all original drivetrain and is finished in Code 63 Desert Sand, which is a really rare color combination. The car was purchased new in Detroit, Michigan and remained in Detroit, Michigan its entire life till just a few weeks ago when it was purchased and moved here to New Jersey. It's a really nice car with all numbers matching drivetrain, engine, trans, and rear end. Do a walk around video here, as I always get requests to do that with my stories. The car has some rust, but it's very minor considering its age and a convertible. And the car still retains all of its original wheels and all original interior. Bucket seats show some age, but this was a barn find that come out of Detroit, Michigan just a few weeks ago. As you can see, the car come with idiot lights and no clock, and you see the switch for the power top, which is right here. Car has documented 53,000 original miles. Seats are in really nice shape for their age. The back seat is driver's seat, shows its wear. Get some shots in the trunk now. Again, this is Code 63 Desert Sand convertible with Cal induction, Muncie M21 4-speed upgrade, and 331 posit traction rear. Car's been parked since 1990. It was recently surfaced for sale in March of 2017. Really cool convertible here. Some of the very few things that have been changed on the car, it does have a Hurst shifter and an upgraded sport 3-spoke steering wheel. The Cal induction is still fully functional and performs correctly. I'll give you some shots under the hood. Original paint car too. Again, there is some rust issues with this car, but for the car being nearly 48 years old, 47 years old, it really is in nice shape and runs and sounds like it did when it was new. Again, 53,000 documented miles on this car. Cal induction hood, the original Cal induction solenoid still on the car, original flow control, original assembly line, air cleaner. Car still retains the original BE Bob Edward radiator, which carries the XJ fuel tank and the IA driver's side tank. And then maybe I can get a shot of that. No. Original valve covers to the car, the 70 models, still on the car. One interesting feature on a Baltimore, this is a Baltimore assembly plant car. An interesting feature on a Baltimore car is the plastic inner fenders that were made in Canada. They used that particular provider there were two different versions on 70 Chevelles for the plastic inner fenders for the assembly plants that used plastic inner fenders, and the version that was used for Baltimore was the made in Canada version, and as you can see, has it theirs. So a Van Nuys or an Arlington built 70 Chevelle generally used the other style of plastic inner fender. This inner fender is generally for the Baltimore and the Oshawa, Canada built assembly plants. And this side, as you can see, has a metal inner fender, and it has this big dimple in it, which signifies it to be the later version of the metal, which would be a 71 or a 2. So what that tells you is this side has been changed. Another indication that is true is if you'll notice the SS's on this side on the fender are drilled too high. So there has been some type of issue with this fender and inner fender. So that inner fender is another clue, because it is a metal on a Baltimore car, which is incorrect, and it's not even a 70 model, it's a late version, a 70 metal, like an Atlanta built car with a steel inner fender would have the 70 version, and this raised dimple here would not be there on a 70 model. Just to give you a shot of the drill on the correct SS, if you'll notice how much lower that SS is to the top of the wheel well. It's below that side. Come around here, and you can see it's up above. So that spells that out. Nothing major, it's just something to think about. Really, really cool original car. Let's get some shots under here. Car retains its original quadrajet intake and TCS control. There's the TCS, and there's the wiring. And on a 70 Chevelle, for the TCS wiring switch, if you'll notice, it has these metal clips right here and right here, which was designed to hold this wiring harness, which come up here, which was routed to plug into this harness, this switch, which controlled vacuum to the carburetor and the distributor. And like I spoke about before, on a 70 model valve cover, you can tell the spark plug wire loom is in front of the bolt hole. It's on the front side rather than the back. The car still retains the factory 9391 power brake booster and the double BB master cylinder, 409 master cylinder as well, which definitely proves or helps to solidify this car to have 53,000 miles, because generally when these cars ran up to close to the 100,000 mark, The radiators went out, the brakes would go out. A lot of these items would be changed. Carburetor, as you can see, still carries the correct 7040205 carburetor, EH carburetor, if I can focus. And it is dated the 28th day of 1970, which falls in line with this car's the second week of February build date on this car. And now let's talk about the cow tag, which I usually do. Okay, you can read it, focus it. Okay, the 70 is for 70, the 13667 is for two-door or convertible. The B designates the Baltimore Assembly Plant. The 887894 is the actual data number on this car, which is in box 24 of the build sheet. Baltimore is the only assembly plant that used that as on the cow tag as their body number, but it is not their body number, which is in box 8 of the build sheet. So that is really specific to a Baltimore car. So that 887894 is not actually the body number. That's in box 24 of the build sheet as a data number. Trim 756, which signifies bucket seats, black interior, black vinyl bucket seats. 63, which is the code for desert sand paint, which is pretty rare. And B for black convertible top. And the assembly date 02 for February, B second week. And the BD generally for Baltimore cars is known to be found on two-door and on two-door convertible cars. Doesn't have too much of a significance or meaning. And then the 0794 is another data processing number, which is in box 24 of the build sheet. Doesn't really mean much to us. It doesn't have any significance. It was used for plant tracking purposes. But really, really original car. Get in here and start this car and show you that it runs. Really nice. This car is really nice car. Still functions just like a new car. Okay, 1970 Chevelle SS396, 350 horse, convertible, build sheet protecto plate, numbers matching, motor, trans, rear end, 53,000 miles, recently surfaced as a newfound treasure out of Detroit, Michigan. Again, I'm Patrick Nichols, Hot Rod Magazine, and I hope you enjoyed the video of this super nice barn find. Thanks.